Hey everyone, welcome to Monday Minutes. I'm Pastor Drew filling in for Pastor Doug on this Labor Day. Thank you so much for being with us. Hey, I want to get right into the nugget I want to share with you today, and it's found in 1 Corinthians 15:58. And it says this, it says, "Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, stand firm. Let nothing move you, and always give yourself fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain." Man, you know what? Being a Christian can be hard sometimes. You know, I hear or read a verse like this and it says, "Let nothing move you." And I'm like, Paul, buddy, I get moved every day. You know, I get moved by gas prices. I get moved when Cane's forgets my sauce. I get moved when someone cuts me off in traffic. And I get moved when it takes someone 43 minutes to order at Caribou Coffee like they're crafting a magic potion. You know, when they say, yeah, I'll do a half-calf oat milk, triple pump vanilla latte, sprinkles on the side. I'm just like, it's coffee. Just order. But Paul says, let nothing move you. And so I'm like, okay, Paul, I'm listening. Here's the thing. Paul's writing this to a group of people who are surrounded by chaos. I mean, the church at Corinth was basically the original reality show. It was a bunch of messy people, a bunch of confused people, a bunch of people trying to live for Jesus in a culture that was definitely not clapping for them, and in today's world would probably cancel them. So Paul reminds them, he says, man, don't quit, don't get lazy, and don't abandon God when life gets awkward. He's saying, be unshakable even when everything around you is trying to knock you off your feet. Keep moving forward. Because let's be real, life's going to try to move you guys. Delays, disappointments, maybe offenses. Someone at the store says, hey, are you still doing that, little church thing? Just don't take the bait. Paul says, stay rooted, stay grounded, because God's work in you matters. And then Paul drops this line that gets me every time. Your labor in the Lord is not in vain. Really, that's Bible talk for God sees your hustle. God sees your work. God sees what you're doing, even when it feels like nobody else does. You know that prayer that you prayed that you don't feel like, nobody else heard? You know that Bible study that you led where only 2 people showed up and one of them might have been your mom? That act of kindness that you did, but you didn't, take a picture of it and post it all over Facebook and Instagram for the world to see? Not in vain. And can we talk about Mondays for a second? Monday morning's faith is just a little bit different than Sundays, because Sundays you're all like, God, you're so good, I'll follow you anywhere, I'll take on hell with a water pistol. But Monday it's like, Lord, I'll follow you as long as it's not to that 9 a.m. meeting with so-and-so. But listen, that's why faith is not built on feelings and emotions. It's built on standing firm even when the ground shakes. It's showing up when no one claps or cheers you on. It's staying faithful when it would be easier to scroll, to quit, to abandon God, to move on. Here's the truth. When you're rooted in Jesus, you're never wasting time. In fact, you're building something eternal. You're not invisible, you're not insignificant, and you're not alone. So keep going, guys. Even on Monday mornings, even when you get cut off in traffic, even when Cane's forget your sauce, God sees it all. And he says that's not in vain. Hey guys, I hope this message encouraged you. I love you all, and until next time, be blessed.